Hello, football fans. Today is Friday, so you know what that means. Our Friday night game, our primetime matchup of the Atlanta Bears versus the Arizona Gators. And I am very excited about this game. Now, while this team will not in any way influence the playoffs, this game will, however, influence a number of things that have to do with contracts, the draft, and just a few other things. Just nothing that has to do with the playoffs. So coming into this game, the Arizona Gators have the only team that has a 0 in the win column. So they will be looking for hopefully a win here today in week 5. Now they have lost. They lost 2 head-to-head and they forfeit 2 as well. So, but in the two head-to-head games, out of the 2 head-to-head games, they have 1 takeaway. They have 4 turnovers. They have 9 sacks. They've allowed 419 yards. And they've allowed, out of that, it was 150 rush yards and 269 pass yards. Now, their total yards are 325 rush yards, 325 pass yards, 15 rush yards, and 340 total yards. Now, the Bears, on the other hand, have played 2, and the Bears, on the other hand, have played 2, and they have won the 2 that they have played, I believe. So actually, they might have played 3. I don't remember if it's 3 or 2, but they have played and they have won all of their head-to-head matches. So I am really excited to see this team. I'm really excited to see what they can do. They have a very mobile quarterback. They have a very mobile quarterback. They have a great running back in Todd Johnson, who has some great blockers. And Todd Johnson just made 2 men look silly, and Haloti Romanowski was able to bring him down at around the 3-yard line. So I'm very excited to see this game. Very excited to see what will happen, as Hayden Rodriguez is going to score the first touchdown of the day after Todd Johnson was able to set up the nice drive for this Bears team. And I do hope that you all notice we are using a different stadium for this game. I thought it would only be fitting that this primetime matchup be moved to a newer stadium, and where this is going to be a great game. So let's just get right into it. I know the game has went on for a little bit, but I don't want to talk all through the first half as I've done in previous games. So this is Arizona's first drive. We're going to see what Arizona can put together, as this team has been struggling to not only play games but to get the job done on offense. Now, this is only our second time seeing them, but hopefully they can pick up something. And they come out today in their all black uniforms, wearing yellow helmets. And now we're going to see a line shift by Atlanta. Taco Adams drops back. He has a man open in the flat, and that ball, is going to be knocked away by Thompson. But there is a pass interference against the offense on Dorrance Al-Hasib. And now Malik Alexander, I believe, is going to run that ball, but he is only going to get it out by about 1 yard. And he is going to be down. Now the shotgun formation, Taco Adams drops back. He's looking Taki Anderson on him. He's going to throw that ball into the flat, where Amaher is going to bring it in, but it is now a 4th down. And Arizona is going to go for it on 4th down out of the pistol formation. Taki Anderson ready to blow past that left tackle. Taki Anderson gets past that left tackle. Taco Adams is going to throw that ball away into the center of the field, but the receiver was not able to haul it in, and now Atlanta has that ball, and they are going to run. and Todd Johnson on a pickup of about 5 or 6. It was a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 from the 19-yard line out of the strong I formation. Pitch to Todd Johnson to the right side this time, and he has to beat 2, and he is not going to be able to beat any, as he is going to get knocked down, but now it's a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line, and Arizona comes out in the 4-4. Todd Johnson is going to run some trickery. They thought he was coming up the middle, but he came over the left side. Touchdown, Todd Johnson. And now Haloti Romanowski on the penalty. And Todd Johnson is rivaling. If he had played as much games as Tyrone Smith, he would be rivaling. He would be rivaling just how much yards. Right now he has 31 carries and 376 yards. So he's playing great, and he's a great receiving. He's great on receiving too. He can run the ball and he can receive. 5 receptions, 132 yards. As in double coverage, Al Hasib is going to bring that ball down. So Todd Johnson is doing great. And I also want to talk about Taki Anderson, but let's see what Malik Alexander can do on this run. He's going to have to beat out Keanu White. He tries to run away, but after trying to fake out Keanu White, nothing gets done. Malik Alexander, 2 carries for 8 yards. Taco Adams dropped back. And Taki Anderson rushed him, but he was able to get it to his man Armstrong. Now, and Taki Anderson has been able, and Armstrong might be able to, and he's not going to score the touchdown. I thought he was going to get in there, but he wasn't ready. Now, if we talk about, and that ball is intercepted by Harris, who is able, they're right at the goal line. Can Atlanta do anything and hopefully not get a safety? And will he get a block? Todd Johnson is not going to be able to get a block on that one. Todd Johnson. Now, looking at Taki Anderson. Taki Anderson has, right now, he has 2 sacks and 7 tackles. Those numbers could be wrong, but he has 2 sacks, 7 tackles, 2 sacks, 7 tackles, and 1 forced fumble. And Matt Smith fumbled, but it is picked up by Martinez. It is picked up by the left tackle, Jake Martinez. So Atlanta's going to keep that ball and have the 1st down. Matt Smith rolling out to the left side. He is looking. He's still looking. He's going to haul that ball all the way down the field. And DeRoche is going to, pass interference on DeRoche. And he is out with a knee injury. Oh my goodness. And that has to be a game changer for the already lacking defense of Arizona. So we will continue to see what goes on as Todd Johnson is going to run that ball up, but it is now a 3rd and 3. And Todd Johnson is still not going to be able to get anything. So will they punt it? Will they kick it? What will they do? It's the 42-yard line, so I don't think they'll be kicking anything. But can they convert on 4th down? And we saw what happened last week against the Flamingos when they went for it on 4th down. But it doesn't matter because Hayden Rodriguez is going to catch that ball, and he has a wall of blockers on his left side. Hayden Rodriguez will go all the way, getting in for the touchdown. 20-0. Hayden Rodriguez, 2 receptions, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hayden Rodriguez being a great tight end for this team. And Hayden Rodriguez is not coming into the season was not graded all too well. He was graded at right around a C plus coming in, but he's playing exceptionally well, hanging in there with the likes of those like Alonzo Robbins. You know, five receptions. He has 185 receiving yards, and he has 2 touchdowns. He added another 2 touchdowns today on 2 more receptions, 61 yards. So 7 receptions, whatever 185 plus 60 is, and 2 more touchdowns. Now, he has been targeted, including this game, 11 times, but he has only had 1 drop. And Malik Alexander's going to get did he get the first down? They're going to mark him at 3rd and inches. Arizona should be able to pull this one off, though. They should be able to get something. And Arizona does. Malik Alexander getting the first down. Taco Adams is going to drop back. He is going to dump that ball off to the flat. Oh, and Ramirez is going to jump that route and not be able to pick that ball off. Taco Adams is going to drop back. Looks like he's getting a little tired. And Amaher is going to catch that ball. And he has blockers. But Sanchez is going to bring him down at the 50-yard line, 49-yard line at the 2-minute warning. Jalen Amaher, as Malik Alexander is going to run that ball right up the middle. Wide open gap right up the middle. And, oh, Allen with a leg injury is not expected to return. Oh, my goodness. And Alexander is brought down behind the line. And Arizona having 2 very, very concerning injuries. One in the knee and for their safety, and one in the leg for one of their receivers. And Sean Allen was one of their key receivers. And now the lineman Bailey is going to go out with a leg injury. Oh my. Byron Bailey, the left tackle, he's going to go out. And Arizona just had, oh my goodness, and oh my, Antoine, I believe that is Antoine Jameson out with an ankle injury. That is concerning. That is very concerning. They already have 4 very, very threatening, possibly season-ending injuries on this team in this game, as Todd Johnson's going to make a man miss. And will he score? He will get in. Todd Johnson on his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. And Atlanta continues to run up this shutout. I apologize. They continue to run this shutout, as Lewis is going to now kick that ball off. And it is going to go right through the back of the end zone. Al-Asib has that ball, and he's going to take the touchback. 28-0, a minute and 3 seconds left. Arizona has to do something. They have to be able to get something done. As Alexander gets that ball, but Taki Anderson and company are right there to stop him. And now Malik Alexander running off to the right side. He has room, and he will be brought down. Now, Malik Alexander is having a fairly decent game. You know, sometimes getting tackled behind the line, but most of the time ripping off some good runs. And Hodge is going to catch that ball for the first down, getting brought down by Keanu White. And remember, you see Taki Anderson really pressuring that quarterback. And will that ball be? It is intercepted by Clark. And Atlanta is just playing. They are playing at a high level on all areas right now. And Haloti Romanowski is going to get faked out, have to get turned around, but Todd Johnson is going to get brought down. 1st and 10, Atlanta. What is Arizona going to do? Matt Smith is going to drop back. He's going to throw that ball to Jones. Jones catches the ball, and he is brought down. Now the strong I formation. Todd Johnson is going. Can he get his 3rd rushing touchdown? And he gets his 3rd rushing touchdown, beating out Dial. So now we have a 30. Will it be a 35 or will it be a 30? Nope. It is a 35-0 first half. And Atlanta has to be feeling good about themselves. And will LSU try and run this out? He will try to run this out. What will they be able to do? Sanchez is going to bring him down at the 11-yard line. 4 seconds left. Will they throw the Hail Mary? Will they run? What will they do? And they will run the misdirection. Alexander getting about 6 yards. And we are going into the third quarter. Lewis kicks the ball. It's going to be caught at around the 6-yard line. Al-Hasib is going to run it up. He's going to get past the 20. Will he get past it? No, he will not get past the 25. Looks like they're starting at about their own 22-yard line. And Bailey is going to return. It looks like he was expected to return. And that's great because I don't think this team can handle any more injuries as Bailey is no longer on that injury list. Taco Adams is going to roll out, but he is going to get brought down by Taki Anderson. And Taki Anderson with another sack. Now the pistol formation, Alexander is going to have some clear. Oh, and that's a fumble, but it is picked up by Holloway. So now Malik Alexander fumbling, and this is still a great game in my opinion. The Alligators are trying. They just aren't. Oh, and Holloway could get a touchdown. He had a blocker. Oh, but he was not fast enough. Bryce Holloway, 1 reception on 33 yards. It should have been a touchdown. Taki Anderson trying to rush now. He gets off the block. Holloway is going to catch that ball again, and Keanu White is right there to bring him down. Now, what are we going to see from this Arizona offense? They are coming in close. Malik Alexander, is going to get brought down by Perez. And now they're going to try the Hail Mary. They're going to drop back. And will they get it? No, they will not. And this is something funny to even bring up. For those of you who saw Wednesday night's game and saw any of the other games that the Wolves have played, you will notice that the Wolves are really the only team that can excel consistently on those Hail Mary passes. You saw it was all but certain they would be defeated. 1 second left, they threw a Hail Mary, and Taki Anderson gets that sack. They throw a Hail Mary with 1 second left, and all of a sudden, they become 2-2 head to head. So, and I believe they've played. They might have actually played 5 games. They might have actually played 5 games. The Wolves might have actually played 5. The Wolves have played 5. And they are, I believe, 3-2 head to head. They lost to the Dragons, they lost to Flamingos, and they are now on a 3-game win streak. And you will see them next week when they take on the Dragons again for a much anticipated rematch. And I think that rematch will be one of the best games that we will see, because the Wolves want to beat the Dragons. The Dragons visited Columbia, and they beat Columbia by 40-plus points, I believe. Hayden Rodriguez on his 3rd reception. It looks like he won't get a touchdown on this one, though. But the Wolves were beaten pretty bad, and they've so far allowed quite a number of points, and their points for. So they've scored I believe 156, but they scored more than 156. They've scored they've scored 160 plus. I believe 164 maybe. I believe and Todd Johnson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. Going back to this Wolves team, they've scored about 160 points, and they've allowed 190 points. And that math could be wrong, but I believe they've allowed 190 points. And 72 of those points that they've allowed came from week 1. If you take away that week 1 game, they've only allowed 100-some points. And out of all the teams that have played 4-plus games, all of them have allowed just about 100 points. So this Wolves team really wants to beat this Dragons team and show that that first week was just first week jitters. They didn't know what they were doing, but I truly think that the Wolves will have a great matchup. And and Taki Anderson getting another sack on Taco Adams. And this is a lot of TAs going on. But as Malik Alexander is going to run that ball, and now we're going to go into the fourth quarter. Oh, and Malik Alexander out with a leg injury, not expected to return. And he was having such a great game. But it looks like he's not going to return. And we're going to see what this Alligators team can do. We are going to see what this Alligators team can do. But Todd Johnson gets the ball, and he is looking fine and healthy. And now what will Atlanta do? It looks like Atlanta's going to run that ball again. 21 carries for 238 yards. Todd Johnson, and he fumbles. But Todd Johnson, he's playing great. Todd Johnson is playing so great. Todd Johnson tries to juke to the inside but doesn't get it. He's a little tired now, so what are they going to do? Matt Smith is going to... Is he going to scramble? Matt Smith is going to scramble, and he will score another rushing touchdown. Matt Smith, a great rushing duo from this quarterback and his and a running back. Now 49-0. Arizona must do something. 49-0 is not great. Not all too good. Not at all. And Jackson makes Keanu White miss. Maybe Jackson shows some promise. And I will also let you all know that it doesn't look like Malik Alexander will be coming back. I believe Malik Alexander is probably going to be out for the rest of the season, especially since we are in week 5 and Arizona is not going to be able to have a playoff run. So do not expect to see Malik Alexander anytime soon, as Jackson is going to catch that ball in the flat and get a first down. And now Arizona is marching down the field. They are starting as Taki Anderson is bringing the pressure. And Kendall Thompson is going to pick that ball off, and Atlanta just needs to run the clock out. That's all Atlanta needs to do. Matt Smith is going to pitch that ball off to Todd Johnson. Cornerback is waiting in the field, but Todd Johnson makes a miss. Todd Johnson running up the right sideline. He makes Romanowski look. Romanowski is able to double back and make that tackle. Kalodi Romanowski finally not getting faked out. His dial is going to get faked out, but Todd Johnson gets that first down. Todd Johnson rushing for 280 yards, and Williams, the fullback, getting a first down on his carry, 2 for 18. Todd Johnson is going to get and he gets his 4th rushing touchdown on the day. This has to be a confidence drive. Not a confidence drive, a confidence game for Atlanta. They already are doing well. They are one of the better teams in the league. They have this will be their 4th win. They will be 4-1 after this game. And next week they have they might have another good matchup against the 0 percenters. Now, the Bears in preseason did play the 0 percenters, and the 0 percenters, I believe, were able to pull off a win. This was a game that was not aired, but this is a different Atlanta team. This Atlanta team. And Jackson, after making men miss, was not able to get away from another. But this Atlanta team is different from the Atlanta team of old. And Taki Anderson coming in there for, I believe, is his 3rd or 4th sack of the game. His 4th sack of the game. And Taki Anderson just playing so well, as Jackson is going to rush that ball, but he's only going to get about 1 yard. Now 3rd and 16. Arizona has to do something. But this Atlanta team is different from the Atlanta team of old. This Atlanta team can run the ball. They can pass the ball. They shift on the line. They can kick. They can do just about anything. And the best thing is they can get turnovers and they rarely have to punt. And, oh, and that ball is not going to be caught. With 1:58 left, Atlanta again just has to run the clock out. That's all they have to do. And now Todd Johnson's going to get that ball again. Is he trying to crack 300? Todd Johnson getting knocked down. And who knows? Todd Johnson might end up getting the most yards in a single game and Todd Johnson, he might get a touchdown. Todd Johnson, a receiving touchdown. Todd Johnson just doing it all today. But after this game, Todd Johnson might just have the most rushing yards in a single game by a running back in this league after this game, in league history. So we will see. This will be very interesting to see. Oh, and that might have been a bad kick, giving them 40 yards of promised field position. As Jackson's going to run that ball right up the middle and get brought down after a carry of about 9 yards, 2nd and 1. Out of the pistol formation. And Ted Jackson, 6 carries for 38 yards. Ted Jackson playing fairly good. And that ball is going to get brought down by Jalen Amaher. Jalen Amaher playing very well. And dumping that ball off into the flat. Martin is going to miss, but Jackson is going to get brought down. Now Isaiah Sanchez showing some of his stats. And that ball is going to get caught by Amaher again. Arizona could score their first touchdown. Jalen Amaher, 4 receptions, 54 yards. Armstrong catching that ball, and Atlanta's dreams of a shutout are I believe, about to be crushed if Anderson can't get that sack right there. Oh, Keanu White was not able to get that interception in the end zone. This defense, they have played well, but can they play well enough? Oh, wide open hole. And Jackson is going to score. And Matt Doe is going to kick it through the uprights for their first score of the game. And Arizona is happy to at least get something. Atlanta did not want to let up any points at all. And Arizona finally gets to kick that ball off. And Brown is going to field it. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. And now Todd Johnson running that ball. Is he going to beat Dial? He is not going to beat Dial. What can they do? Can Atlanta score 70? Todd Johnson gets that ball going over to the left side. Does he have a blocker? He doesn't need a blocker. He has and can he beat Demby? Todd Johnson does not beat Demby. And M. Hill has a leg injury, but he is expected to return. Todd Johnson's going to run that ball, and he's going to get about 9 yards. And now what will they do? Todd Johnson getting the ball again, running right up the middle. Todd Johnson. But now he's a little fatigued. 23 seconds left. Todd Johnson, 31 carries, 337 yards. And we will let you know at the end of this game if he does end up having the most rushing yards in a single game. We will let you know of that after this game. But Matt Smith is going to drop back. He's going to roll out, but is he going to... he throws that ball away. 8 seconds left. And we'll see if they'll hand it off to Todd Johnson again. Todd Johnson running that ball off to the right side. And he gets out of bounds. He wants to take another shot. He wants to get another one. Todd Johnson, 346 yards today. And they want Todd Johnson to get one last try. What will happen? Todd Johnson, does he have a blocker? He does not have any blockers. Oh! And he makes a man miss. And Deal is going to bring him down. And that is the game, folks. And let's just check to see if Todd Johnson was able to get the most rushing yards from a running back this season. And we're going to check this for you guys right here, right now. Give us 1 second. And folks, with 361 rushing yards, Todd Johnson has surpassed Tyrone Smith's season-opening 323 yards against the 0%ers. And Todd Johnson is now he's not the leading rusher, but he does have the most rush yards in a single game in Gridiron Virtual League history. Todd Johnson making a huge statement in this game. And the same thing for Matt Smith. Matt Smith was able to throw some very nice balls. He threw 5 for 7 in this game, and on that 5 for 7, there was one drop, and that one drop was by Todd Johnson. The other drop was just a miss by Matt Smith. But other than that, Matt Smith played great. 141 pass yards, 3 touchdowns, and he had four rushes for 30, and he had 4 rushes. He had 32 yards. 20 yards was his longest rush. He was able to get 1 rushing touchdown. Todd Johnson with 6 touchdowns on the day. Hayden Rodriguez with 2 touchdowns on the day. 3 receptions for 92 yards. 58 was his longest. This team played great today, and they will play again next week against the 0%ers. I believe that game is on Friday. But that's all, folks, and that is it for this week. Have a great night. Have a great week, and we will see you on Monday. And when we see you on Monday at 7:15, that is. So for all of you guys who want to know and want to be on time, it is 7:15 on Monday. We will see the Flamingos play the Alligators. We will see the Flamingos play the Alligators. And then on Wednesday at 8:30, we will see the Dragons take on the Wolves. And the Dragons will be home this time. And then on Friday, we are going to get a glimpse of the 0%ers and the Bears. Leave some predictions, leave some comments, drop a like. If you like this content, just go ahead and join this esteemed group, and we will see you on Monday.